Chapter 49 Natural Resources and Conservation. Natural resources. Natural resource is anything found in nature that's useful to us and to animals. Water, sunlight, food, air, crude oil, cotton, gold, and trees are all natural resources. Natural resources that can be recycled or replaced by nature quickly within 100 years or so are called renewable resources. Resources that can take up to millions of years to replace are called non-renewable resources. Unfortunately, much of the energy we use to power our everyday lives comes from fossil fuels, a non-renewable resource. Humans have a huge impact on the environment too, often in the form of pollution. Renewable resources, sunlight, trees, water, wind. Non-renewable resources, mineral like diamond, and fossil fuels such as coal, crude oil, and natural gas. Soil pollution and erosion. The average person in the United States produces about 1,600 pounds of garbage a year, and most of it goes into landfills, area of land where we deposit our garbage. By cutting down trees and plowing fields, humans leave land more susceptible to erosion or the wearing away of soil by rain, river, and wind. Erosion moves and wastes away loose soil, which ends up in rivers or streams, where it can cloud of water. This prevents organisms such as plankton from receiving sunlight for photosynthesis, which in turn affects the whole food chain. Plus, erosion means that harmful fertilizer and chemical from farms can get washed into rivers and oceans, affecting entire ecosystem. Water pollution. Harmful chemicals from our homes, farms, and factories seep into our water sources. Sometimes raw sewage gets mixed into the waterways. Ocean water gets contaminated as rivers and streams flow into ocean, carrying their pollutants with them. Oil tankers carrying oil across the ocean sometimes have a huge oil spill that kill often thousands of organisms such as birds and fish. Dead zone. Water contaminants cause major problems for aquatic life. Fertilizer and raw sewage cause algae to grow rapidly. When algae die, bacteria break them down. However, these bacteria consume so much of water's oxygen that fish and other aquatic organisms can't survive, causing a dead zone. About 70% of Earth is covered in water, so it's hard to think of water as a limited resource. However, only a small portion of the Earth's water is the kind of fresh water we can use for drinking, cooking, and bathing, and we use a lot of it. The average American uses around 100 gallons a day. We also must treat and clean the water before it can be used again, which require a lot of energy too. 100 gallon, 380 liters. Air pollution. We pollute air when we burn wood or fossil fuels. Sunlight react with air pollutant to create smoke. A combination of smoke and fog that can make it difficult to breathe and can irritate the eyes. A lot of air pollution comes from automobile that burn gases and diesel. Air pollution also come from power plants that burn coal, natural gas, or even biofuels. Greenhouse effect. Gases in the atmosphere, such as carbon dioxide, these are called greenhouse gases, trap heat from the sun's radiation. They help to warm our planet, but too much greenhouse gas in the environment is causing our planet to heat up too much. This is called the greenhouse effect. Global warming is causing the ice caps to melt, water level to rise, and weather pattern to become more extreme. Even though you can't see the extra carbon dioxide in the air, it's still very harmful air pollution. Acid rain. Pollutants in the air such as sulfur and nitrogen oxide from automobile exhaust reacted water in the atmosphere to produce acid rain that's acidic. It destroys plant life by washing away nutrients from the soil, and it can turn lakes and ponds acidic, which cause the fish and other organisms to die. Acid rain can even damage buildings and statues, especially if they are made of limestone or other carbonaceous rocks. Ozone depletion. The ozone layer is a layer of gas in the atmosphere that protects humans and animals from the sun's harmful UV rays, which cause sunburn and skin cancer. Don't confuse the greenhouse effect with the hole in the ozone layer. The greenhouse effect affects the global climate, while the hole in the ozone layer leaves us vulnerable to UV rays. Chlorofluorocarbon CFCs are air pollutants that destroy the ozone layer. CFCs leak into the environment from the freezer, air conditioner, and aerosol spray bottles. Scientists use the scientific method and engineering process to monitor human impact on the environment, such as air and water quality monitoring and taking a representative sample of living things. Conservation. How can you help prevent the horrible effect of pollution? Pollute less and be conscious of your energy use. A good rule to follow for conservation is the 3 R's. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Reduce the amount of trash you produce and the amount of energy that you consume. This is the best way to conserve natural resources that reduce pollution. Reuse. Buy a product that you can use more than once. Try to avoid disposable items that use up natural resources and produce extra trash. Recycle. Recycling is a process that reuse and change used material into things that can be of use. Although it requires energy to recycle things, overall, recycling saves energy as well as landfill space and reduces our need for more natural resources. Lots of things can be recycled: plastic, metal, glass, paper, and compost. What can be recycled? Plastic. Bottle and container can be recycled into all sorts of products: rope, carpet, fleece, paintbrush, and more. Metal. In the form of aluminum soda cans, food cans, steel, iron, and copper can be melted down and reused. A large portion of the steel used in building skyscrapers, appliances, and cars is recycled. Glass. Foam bottles or jars can be melted down to form new bottles or jars. Paper can be recycled into other paper products such as toilet paper, cardboard, paper towel, newsprint, and stationery. Recycling paper saves both energy and water. Organic matter, such as fruit and vegetable scraps, leaves, and grass, can be composed, turned back into soil. Composing saves landfill space and produces good, fertile soil that can be used to grow plants. Biodiversity refers to a variety of life on Earth and the type of ecosystem these species create. Ecosystem services are the positive benefits the wildlife and ecosystem provide to people, such as soil formation and nutrient recycling. For example, wetlands are crucial for water purification. They can remove 20 to 6% of matter in water and eliminate lots of nitrogen entering the water. Because biodiversity and ecosystem service are in danger, scientists are engineering ways to balance our ecosystem, such as restoring wetland and creating biodiversity parks. Special environment designed to support diverse life forms. Scientists must present ideas that are affordable, socially acceptable, and scientifically sound in order to support the ecosystem and biodiversity necessary for our planet and humankind.